Hi, Shermy.
Sherman always watched people's
Good boy.
hands. Then one day he stopped running. Every time someone walked toward Sherman, he looked at their hands first. Not their face, not the bucket they were carrying, their hands. And if those hands moved too quickly, Sherman was gone. He would step back, his whole body tense, watching from a distance as if he was waiting for something bad to happen. At first, Ansley didn't know exactly what Sherman had been through, but she knew one thing. This horse had learned that people could be dangerous, and somehow Sherman remembered it. Before he came to her, Sherman was on his way toward a future no horse deserves. Ansley had seen his photo in a Facebook group and learned that he was headed toward auction. To some people, he no longer had a purpose. He wasn't valuable enough. He wasn't useful enough. But when Ansley saw him, she couldn't stop thinking about him. She decided to give him a chance.
Hi, Shermy.
What she didn't know was that Sherman wasn't just going to need a new home. He was going to need a reason to believe in people again. When Sherman first arrived, getting close to him wasn't easy. He was terrified, not just nervous, terrified. For a domestic horse to be that afraid of human contact was unusual. Sherman didn't want anyone approaching him. Even simple things seemed to make him panic. A person walking toward him, a hand reaching out. A new routine. Everything felt like a threat. So Ansley stopped trying to rush him. "It's okay, buddy," she would tell him. "You don't have to trust me today." And then she did something Sherman probably hadn't experienced much before. She gave him space. Day after day, Ansley kept showing up. No forcing, no chasing, no demanding that Sherman suddenly become the horse everyone wanted him to be. Just patience. At first, the progress was almost impossible to notice. A few seconds closer, a little less fear. One day, Sherman would allow Ansley to stand near him. Another day, he wouldn't. But she learned not to take it personally. Trust, after all, doesn't always move in a straight line. Sherman had his own memories, his own fears, and apparently he had a very good memory because horses remember. You can show Sherman something once, leave it alone for weeks, and when you come back, he still knows exactly what to do. That intelligence was beautiful, but it also made Ansley wonder what else he remembered. Maybe that was why a simple wash rack could feel terrifying. Maybe that was why something as ordinary as fly spray could take time. To Sherman, these weren't just new experiences, they were questions. Are you going to hurt me? Can I leave if I get scared? Are you really different from the others? And every day, Ansley's answer was the same. She stayed. Months passed, then nearly a year. Slowly, something inside Sherman began to change. The horse who once watched everything with fear started watching with curiosity instead. He became happier, more interested in the world around him. He started learning that not every unfamiliar sound meant danger. And then there was Charlie, Ansley's other horse. The two became best friends. Charlie didn't need Sherman to explain his past. He didn't need him to be brave. He didn't ask him why he was scared. He was just there. And sometimes, that's exactly what healing looks like. Not a dramatic rescue, not one magical moment. Just someone or another horse quietly saying, "You can stay here, you're safe with me." But perhaps the most beautiful part of Sherman's story wasn't that he stopped being afraid. It was that one day, he didn't run. For a horse who had spent so much of his life watching hands, backing away, and wondering what people might do next, choosing to stay meant everything. Because Sherman hadn't forgotten his past, maybe he never will, but little by little he was learning something new to remember. A gentle hand, a familiar voice, a friend waiting in the field. A person who kept her promise and came back every day. Sherman was never just a horse who needed to be rescued. He was an emotional being who deserved to be understood. And maybe that's something worth remembering. Some animals don't need us to force them to get over what happened to them. Sometimes they just need enough patience to discover that their story isn't over yet. And when Sherman finally began choosing curiosity over fear, it wasn't because someone made him forget. It was because, for the first time in a long time, he had something better to remember. Ever known an animal who had to learn how to trust again? Tell us about them in the comments. Sometimes the smallest step forward carries an entire history behind it, and those stories deserve to be remembered.